Hey, welcome to KubeCon 2026. My name is Pete Fletcher, and joining me as always is my good friend, Mr. Jad. Jad Elzine. Jad, welcome.
Hey Pete, happy to be here. Another great episode ahead.
Yeah. John is out in the canals swimming and smelling the tulips, but we are talking to a good friend of the show. We actually had him on a couple of weeks ago on the pre-episode for KubeCon. Himanshu, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Great to be here, and I'm glad you guys organized a very special way of doing this in Amsterdam.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many exciting announcements this week. I know you're going to be busy all week, so I wanted to catch you before you dove into the booth, which is 7:15. I know you're going to be there all week, but maybe you can just give us the key announcements. I know there's been some big announcements that came out actually just today, so maybe we can start with the big one around Velero.
Absolutely, and I'm glad we're recording it at the time we are, because the announcement literally just went live. So this is, as hot as you get off the press, basically, right? So a couple of things that we've done. The first one, as you said, it was Velero. So actually, Broadcom has now officially contributed the project Velero to the CNCF sandbox. It's been accepted. It's part of the process, and so we're very excited about the idea of being able to get like CNCF stewardship for this project. It's a very important area. From a disaster recovery perspective. We've talked about, there's a few things when it comes to Kubernetes that we really care about, right? It's lifecycle management, reliability, security, and those kind of fundamental things. This is where disaster recovery, migration, those kind of topics come into the mind as well, and which is why Velero is an extremely important project for the community. And so we're so glad that not only have various companies, including us as the kind of originator, have been moving it forward, but now that it's been officially accepted into the CNCF sandbox, I think there's really, it's going to kick off so much more growth and capabilities in Velero. So that should be fun.
Jad, I'm curious what your perspective on this is. I know we've had Velero for a while, and I know it's already, it's been this backup solution for Kubernetes environments. Like, what is the benefit of bringing it into a community like CNCF?
So I think one of the big things in any contribution like this is VMware's commitment to the community. And one of the things through this type of process, and one of the big contributors in how you build trust and how you build these relationships with open source is taking a solution like Velero, for example. As Himanshu mentioned, we've used it as a core part of our platform, even if it's behind the scene a lot of the time. And we've made it pretty clear that our CNCF work and our CNCF commitment is pretty deep at this point, and it's been for a decade as a top contributor overall to the Kubernetes community. But with Velero, this is a product that is central to our strategy, central to our product. First of all, we will continue to be a contributor. But secondly, we now have the knowledge and the resources of the broader community also contributing to that. What VMware gains is a better product, a better solution, faster evolution, but also something that becomes tuned to the community that we can, and the whole community can now benefit from. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hear like, oh, well, you're contributing this for selfish reasons. I mean, that's always been the case. You're basically putting a product out there, say, hey, everybody, build what what's most important to you into this, right? And then everybody benefits.
It's tuned to the community, right? It's not a vendor's point of view anymore, right? We originated it and we've been contributing very strongly, but this is the big thing, right? Where a capability or a project really matures when the community and everybody is completely selflessly contributing to it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the stage that's what I'm really excited about for this to get to that next level where we say, sure, whatever we felt we are really pushing in terms of key capabilities, but then there's going to be all these other not just corner cases, but a variety of main use cases that will enhance Velero now, right?
Yeah.
In terms of specific requirements. To your point, Jad, that's the kind of stuff that it's fundamental to what the CNCF community is all about. The concept of open source and really everybody contributing, everybody benefiting from projects. And so, yes, it is partially selfish. Right? I mean, at the end of the day, all the different vendors that are part of this community, they have a point of view about certain projects and products, and they want that technology to, I guess, become stronger and more mature in the industry, and hence, everybody does this, right? It's not just us. But at the same time, as long as it is a net positive for the community, that's all that matters.
It's not a one-off. It's not proprietary. You're not making it unique to your platform, except for what you build around that platform or the solution. In this case, Velero is going to be the same thing, right? It goes into the community, and it grows with the community. And when it gets consumed after that, it's this now community-enabled solution that has helped overall evolve the product.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, let's move on. I know there's a couple of other announcements that came out this week. I certainly some around partners, right? Several new partnerships.
We are one of the top 3 contributors to the CNCF community over the past decade. A while ago, our legal team wouldn't let me say it's top 3. So they said, say top 5.
Oh, okay.
I was like, well, we're top 3. Why would we say top 5?
It gives us some padding.
Yeah. Finally, I have like the okay from the legal guys, so we can say top 3.
So now we're top 3. I
Yes.
love it. Okay.
We've always been top 3. We just never said it. It's kind of weird, But anyway, coming back to your point about partners, yes, that's the other area, right? We are here to be part of the community. We're here to be part of the ecosystem itself.
Yeah.
That also goes into why VKS is not a highly opinionated distribution of Kubernetes. It is very, very close to upstream. And the idea there is we want to be part of the community and the ecosystem that the platform engineers have built around them, and versus kind of asking them to be part of our ecosystem. So we've taken that same thing, and what we've been doing is we've been doing a whole bunch of validations, and with cloud native leaders in the CNCF community, we've taken that point of view very seriously, and which is why, in order to become an integral part of the platform engineering community, the CNCF community, that ecosystem, we've been making sure that we are working with a variety of cloud native leaders to validate solutions on VKS, make sure that there is reference architectures, technical guidance, etc. available. So when people are looking to use the solutions that they already use on VKS, with VKS, it's super easy, right? There's no kind of additional tax or anything that they have to pay. And so as part of that, we've been working with a variety of partners, and we're excited to share, as of this morning, that we've announced new partnerships with F5, with Kong, as well as with Tigera. This again goes back into the kind of things that we want to do in the ecosystem, right? We want to make sure that focus on things like lifecycle management, security, reliability, disaster recovery, with Velero, and ease of use overall. We've come a long way. We want to, contribute to that path of making Kubernetes easier and easier in terms of adoption. So just makes it easy for customers to onboard, to start using it, and get all the benefits that we've built in, and the engineering team has really worked hard to provide.
Yeah, that's exciting.
The thing is, for those of us who've been around for a while, we've and keeping track, we had VMware 1.0, VMware 2.0, 3.0. We had these reboots, and they weren't necessarily starting over or anything, but it was really an evolution of VMware. And as we know, Kubernetes and VMware have been a thing together for almost a decade. That we've made a decision as a company and as a platform to say we're not going to go at it alone. It just does not even make sense. And as easy as that might sound, at a high level, it's actually a pretty big deal. Customers have come to VMware as a very opinionated turnkey solution. But once we're in this space of platform engineering, for example, it would be completely ignorant to think that, hey, this is 100% a VCF target. And it's absolutely not. And we're seeing that in all these moves in CNCF and Kubernetes. And this VMware, I don't know what version we're at as far as the company and our strategy, maybe 4.0, 5.0. It's a big part of our strategy moving forward, is just bringing in the community and saying, like, look, we are going to be opinionated. We've got this substrate that is VCF. We've got these solutions that is automation, that is operations, that is observability, that is all, and of course the underlying virtual resources. But to complete the picture, we are essentially codependent on this community on purpose. It's built and designed that way.
Yeah.
And I think that is, first of all, incredibly smart.
Yeah.
It also makes a lot of sense. And it's what our customers have wanted us to do, right? So it's amazing to see this pivot. And that's the part that I'm most excited about, especially as I go out and talk about platform engineering and what VCF is as that substrate, as that platform.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's pretty exciting.
And that's why we're here this week at KubeCon 2026. If you're here, swing by the booth at booth 715. If you're not, link below for the announcement blog. But Himanshu, any other things that we need to be thinking about this week?
Well, this KubeCon is the biggest event, not just for the community, but even for us, actually. And so we're super excited to be here, big part of it. We're at the main conference, we're actually as a platinum sponsor. So booth 7 and 5, as you said, our team is going to be there, all our subject matter experts, our distinguished engineers. I'm really excited to have them available for attendees to be able to interact with and ask questions and discuss things, etc. We're also sponsoring Platform Engineering Day, which is today, in fact. So both Jad and I are going to be there as well. So we're super excited to be able to have that conversation. This is one of those things where we're really putting, I think, I don't know what's the right way, but putting our foot down and saying, hey, this is a community that really matters. From a product adoption perspective, of course, but also all the work that we're doing right now is directly affecting the productivity, the operational efficiency that impacts a platform engineer. And so, for us, I'm so glad that, as VCF division and as Broadcom, we are really prioritizing KubeCon and showing up in a strong way. I'm excited about how this is going to go this week. And then, of course, all the different KubeCons coming up later in the year with India and Japan and North America as well in 2026. So this is going to be a fun year.
Absolutely, yeah. So we are here all week doing interviews. We're excited to talk about this event. We've got several interviews planned, so be sure to go to vspeakingpodcast.com. Also the YouTube channel, which is VMware Cloud Foundation. And we're going to be here all week. And Himanshu, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Looking forward to an awesome week.